Okay. I'll have one extra set I can give out when we're done, but I'll bring a few extra next time. Okay, there should be 2 pages going around Lahan at 3 agus Lahan at Kahar. 3 and 4. They still working their way around? Yeah, I know. That's kind of why I did it, a couple less. Okay, everyone has them? All right. So now we're going to kind of go through and find out what those words are we missed. So Sorcha's the gallery, Sally in the gallery. Little book. It's a book for learners, this one. So they control the vocabulary a little bit more, and I forgot to bring it with me, but they actually have a little glossary in the back, which is actually, this one has them down at the bottom, but yeah. So.
What's on Donlon? A synonym?
Okay, yeah. So there's 2 words for gallery, an gallery or an donlon. And a lot of times the word lawn is a place where you have things, a lot of a certain thing. Don is normally a poem, so it doesn't really make sense here that it's a gallery. But picture lawn is a theater, like a cinema, because you have pictures playing there. Bialon is a restaurant because you have food there. Okay?
So what's
Yeah.
Don by itself?
Don is a poem or a song.
Poem?
Yeah.
What's Bialon?
Bialon would be a restaurant. Yeah. And if you care about the grammar parts of it, those words are always feminine. So the restaurant be an bialan. Okay. Okay, so let's go to number 1. Nuara hanig the boski mora on Olin, iru horacha de largo. We'll look at the pieces first. So first of all, nur a hanig is when came. So nur a is when something happened. So we want to say when I did this, when I did that, when this happened, when that happened, use nur a to start it off. Okay? And it eclipses the word, it lenites the word after it, so nur a hanig, when came. So when he came in, nur hanig shech. Or when I ate the sandwich, nur a jifme, nur a jifme and kapara. Okay, so one thing you do, you keep the D apostrophe on there, nur a jifme. So when I ate the sandwich, nur a jifme and kapara. Okay? Now, the word for box is boska. The big box and boska more. The box big. The big box is na boski mora. Okay? So boski are boxes. More is big for one thing. Mora is big for more than one thing. So the boski mora. So you have to change the adjective sometimes in Irish. Okay? Likewise, and boska biog is the small box. And the small box is na boski bioga. Okay. A few other words that were in there. The word for Holland is an Olin. And a lot of places, most countries in Irish, they have the word un in front of it, and they're mostly feminine, okay? So an Olin is the Holland, literally, okay? And from Holland, or from the Holland, on Olin. Okay? America is one of the strange ones that doesn't actually have an un in front of it, so you just say America is America. And from America, huh?
That's the way Bush says it.
Yeah. All right. He's Irish, I don't know. Okay, so from America, Overica. Okay? So the difference is because Holland has the on it, un Holland, and you say from the Holland, on Holland. That's why you have an N on there. Okay, so the O combines with the on Holland. Okay? So that's from America. So most places you're going to have on to say from that country. So on Spain is the Spain, on Spain is from the Spain. On rank is the France, on rank is from the France. Okay? Now, the word ear, I-A-R-R, means to ask someone to do something. Okay? And in Irish, you ask on someone. Okay? So you ask on the person that you're going to have do something for you. And there's an idea with the word er, meaning on, to kind of have an obligation. So when something is on you, it's an obligation to you. It kind of is like it's also used for a feeling, but it's also used for an obligation. Okay? So when you're asking someone, you're putting an obligation on. Okay? So ask John to do it. You say, Ir erhion eayenev. And there should be an accent on Hyun. Yeah, they're Hyun.
Where's it, on the E?
Yeah, on the A. Ir Hyun. A Yenov. Okay? Many times did I check it still. Some of them slip by. Okay. So really you're saying ask on John it to do means ask John to do it. Okay? And you have to kind of get the pattern in Irish down. Ask on John it to do. So how would you say ask Mary to do it? Right. Ir Waira A Yenov. How about ask Mary to eat it? Yeah, yeah. Or all would be to drink it, yeah. Okay? Now, if you want to say, I asked him to do it, say, Jir me a yenov. So, Jir me, I asked, on him, a yenov, it to do. Okay, notice the difference between and Er here means on. With an I in it means on him. Okay? And depending on who you're hearing, you may or may not hear a difference in the pronunciation. Okay? So but in written, you're going to see this, then you'll know that that's on him. So that means you're going to read it somewhere. Okay? So Hyun Yenov, Jir me Yenov. I asked on him it to do. Okay? Now the future of that, irime, is I will ask. So I'll ask Mary to do it. Irime Waira Yenov. And again, on this one you don't pronounce the F either. Okay, irime. Okay? And you want to say he's asking me to do it. Tashi eg iri oram yenov. So eg iri is asking. Oram on me. Yenov. Okay, so the air thing combines with whoever you're talking about is the one who has to do it. Okay? Now, the one that's actually used up above is this form iru oram yenov, which means I was asked to do it. Okay, this is related, this is what's called the free verb in Irish. It's related to those words that we bring up occasionally. Rogu. Rogu, so here's the other one, iru. So here the DH is pronounced like an U sound when it means something to be done to you. Rogu, I was born, means someone bore me. I was born. Togu, I was raised. Iru, I was asked. Okay? This works for, we won't get into any others until they come up on here. But so Iru oram, I was asked, and we don't say here who asked me. Someone asked me. Okay? Iru oram. I was asked to do it. Okay? So now we go back to the main one. So Nura Hanig na Boski Mora. So when the large boxes on Olin from Holland. So Nura Hanig na Boski Mora on Olin. When the large boxes came from Holland. Iru Horcha. So Sorcha Sally was asked lo to deal with them. If you see a word that has oil at the end of it, if you take the oil off and it looks kind of like an English word, there's a chance that it is. Okay, not always, but a lot of times English words are taken into Irish by sticking oil on them. Okay.
So they pronounce it with a hard D instead of a
Yeah, J-Lo, right? Okay. This one's less obvious, but you'll see some longer one, like paint oil is to paint. Okay. So J-Lo, okay, and so deal with them. Okay, so let's break this up. So, Nur Ahanig na Boski Mora on Olin Iru Horcha J-Lo. Okay, she was asked to deal with them. Okay, J-Lo. Yeah.
So low is them.
With them, yeah. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. Ibrado, number 2. Visha egestig sturhor and Ghailearai tashpantis Picasso a shul eg tus vian vehev. So first of all, to mean something or to kind of have an intention to do something, one of the ways to say that in Irish is something to be literally in question at you, to have it in question. You can sort of see how that means to mean, right? So the way, if you want to ask someone something, what do you mean? You say karata igeshtagut. Karata igeshtagut. Okay, really it's something like, what is it? What is it that is in question at you? What is it that you have in question? What do you mean? Karata igeshtagut. Okay? So, we find out here, Visha igesht igsturhor an gallery. So, the sturhor is the director, kind of like the idea of steering something. Yeah, kind of like steward, I guess, in